Hi everyone, it's Dr. Damien. This is the last in our series of videos discussing offsite SEO. Offsite SEO is primarily about gaining backlinks to your website to send a strong signal to search engines that your website is popular and credible. We can broadly categorize earned backlinks into three groups: editorial links, manual links, and manufactured links. Editorial links are natural backlinks to your website that occur without any direct effort on your behalf. These links are seen as pure endorsements, and they are very beneficial. This is when another website links to your web page because the owner of that site believes your web page contains high quality content and that it will benefit their audience, and hence they added a link. So what are the strategies for gaining these editorial backlinks? Well, first, you got to create high quality content that provides expert knowledge. Comprehensive summaries and detailed how-to guides do just this, and they're more likely to receive links. Second, you can create high quality visual content. For example, if you create an interesting and visually attractive infographic that includes an embed code, it increases the likelihood that others will embed it into their site and link to you. Similarly, you can create high quality video content that others want to use and embed and discuss. All YouTube videos include embed codes, and it is common practice to reference the source with a link. Finally, you can inform the press of newsworthy events and product launches with press releases. Media organizations are constantly looking for fresh and interesting content, so be sure to include a link to your webpage in an area that provides more information on that press release, and they might just link back to your site in their news story. So it's simple, right? We create high quality original content and hundreds of other websites will automatically link to us, and because it will provide their readers with something really valuable. well, no, not really. In reality, you're going to have to create and post this content, and you're going to share it socially, and you'll share it via your email list. And then you'll wait, and you'll wait some more, and you will hope with your fingers crossed that someone will link to it. So while gaining editorial backlinks from the creation of high quality content sounds really good in theory, in practice, you might need to give your targets a little nudge to get that backlink. And this is where manual backlinks come in. So manual backlinks are earned through some direct effort on your behalf, but they still do require the other website to implement. So in most cases, it involves a process of conducting outreach, that is, contacting the website owners or the bloggers and politely asking them to link to your content. You're asking them to link to your content because their audience should find your content super valuable and really relevant. Entrepreneurs and small businesses will rely on this method a lot when getting started. So, what are the strategies for gaining manual links? Well, the primary one is conducting outreach, or in other words, just asking for links. With outreach, you are actively informing a company about your high quality content and explaining to them why they might want to link to it. My students need to create an outreach email to try to gain a backlink to the content they created for reviewae.com. To do this, you first need to identify a website where you think you could realistically gain a link, one that is relevant and whose audience could benefit from a link to the content you created. Then you need to draft the email itself. This email should be personalized, You need to find the name and the address of the right person, the person who can make the link happen. To do this, you might need to find or do some searching online, or I know it's very 1990s, but make a phone call to the company and ask them who you should be addressing the email to. Make sure the email is customized for that individual. Nothing gets deleted faster than an email that looks like it is a copy paste. In your approach, be flattering to the organization. You will have more success for that way. This should be easy for my students, as I've reviewed only the best organizations in the UAE. In the email, provide a link to your content and ask them what they think, and possibly to even make some suggestions. All marketing managers are going to know what others have written about their organization online, so they will click on the link. It's best to view outreach as a relationship building exercise. You're trying to start a conversation. You want them to take a look and to reply. You just don't want them to delete the email. With professional outreach, you might not even ask for a link until they reply. So you're engaging in this dialogue. But for your assignments, you do need to ask for the link. Somewhere in the email, you need to outline the value their organization and their customers will receive by providing a link to your content on the website. Consider making an emotional appeal. Incorporate our brand story, the Review AE brand story, about how your local Emirati digital marketing students and how you've created content related to Review AE. You've created all of the content on the Review AE website and all the content on the Review AE social media to practice your digital marketing skills. Also, be as specific as possible. If you look at their website and they have a blog section or a in the press section where it would be logical for and easy for them to place a link to your content, point that out. Other forms of outreach include searching for unlinked company mentions online. If you find some, contact the website and tell them that you appreciate their mention, okay? And ask them politely, can they add a link? Another strategy is to identify websites that link to your competitors, but not to you. Once you have found them, contact them and ask them to include your excellent business alongside their competitors. Another strategy is asking for links from your business partners and organizations that the company is a member of. If a company you do business with already has a partners section on their website, this should be a pretty easy sell. Companies also spend time asking websites to fix broken links. For example, I used to manage my football team's website. OSN contacted me to fix a broken link about a blog I'd written about how to watch Australian football in the UAE. While their email was not personally addressed to me, they did make it sound like a very little effort for me to go in and fix the backlink. Another highly effective strategy for gaining manual backlinks is to reach out to your alumni association and to ask them to feature you and to link your business. These are very powerful backlinks as educational institutions are high volume, reputable domains. Another strategy for gaining manual backlinks is guest blogging. Essentially with this, you need to identify the blogs in your industry and ask if you can contribute as a guest blogger. Then you need to provide quality content for their website that will be perceived as credible and popular, and in the content link back to your own website. It's a great way of getting a link. Another related strategy is to invite an expert to write a guest blog on your website. It's likely that they will then link to their contribution on their website. If the content is high value, the blog post will also generate other links and more traffic to your website. Another strategy we sometimes use is referred to as ego baiting. Ego baiting is essentially stroking the ego of whichever influencer or website owner you want to link from. Listicles, such as the 50 best hotel marketing talents in the Middle East, are largely ego bait. If you were included on this list, wouldn't you want to share yours and your hotel's success by linking to it on your website? Interviews are another form of ego baiting. If I was interviewed by Entrepreneur magazine, then yes, I would probably be tempted to include a link to that website on my own site. Another strategy to gain manual links is by sponsoring events and community projects. When a firm does this, they're almost guaranteed that the event or project will link back to its benefactors. Another old school strategy is networking. Don't forget, websites are run by people, and these people are more likely to link to the people that they know, that they trust, that they like. Another approach you could use is trading links. That is, you link to my site and I'll link to yours. Or perhaps more likely, I've linked to you. Can you link to me? However, search engines don't value these types of links as much, as they're seen as reciprocal in nature. So this one has pretty limited value. A strategy that most organizations will implement at the very early stages of doing business is listing their website in all the related directories and creating local business profiles. For example, an advertising firm submitting their business to Campaign Middle East Directory of Marketing Services, or adding your business to Google's My Business. Finally, adding your link to social networking profiles and social bookmarking sites. While these types of links provide very little SEO value, they can be a good source of traffic, and it's a good place to start. The final type of links are referred to as manufactured links, as these are self-created. It is essentially creating a link to your own website on another website without the involvement of that website at all. An example would be putting a link to your webpage on a discussion board forum or in the comments section of a YouTube video, or posting a link to your webpage in a directory that's just not moderated and it takes no approval. These types of links are generally no follow links, and they provide little, if any, SEO value at all. I'll conclude by saying that link building is hard. It's really hard. And as a result, it can be tempting to take a shortcut and to buy links. This is not a good strategy, guys. Search engines are very good at identifying such bad links. And if they believe that you are engaging in this practice, you will receive a ranking penalty.